Hello. Welcome along to episode 149 of Adventures in Pop, and you are very welcome. In this episode, we're going to talk about a song that hasn't made it onto an album. It looks like it's heading for a shelf. It's quite nice. It deserves a little, a play in front of a public. So be nice and listen to it. Otherwise, it's just going to feel really bad about life generally. But before we go straight to that, two things. One is I'd like to just quickly remind you that last week a new single of mine called You Must Be Laughing came out. And it's as good this week as it was last week. It hasn't changed very much in that week. So check it out. It's available on Spotify and all streaming platforms. You Must Be Laughing came out just last week. And you just need to hear it. Then the other thing, more substantially, just before I get into new music, let's have a quick chat about the Grammy Awards that happened in LA just last weekend. I think the headline, rather like a conversation we had not very long ago about the biggest albums and singles of the year in this country, in the UK, the headline, very similarly at the Grammys, is the women really have won virtually everything. I mean, not quite, but a very good female performance across the board. So let's have a look at that and just give you a few of the facts that go with that outrageous statement. So at the Grammys, what happened? Album of the year, let's start right there because we need to talk about Taylor Swift as many times as we possibly can, don't we? She won Album of the Year for the fourth time with Midnights. Interesting because that made her, I think, the artist, of all time to have won that many albums of the year. This is her fourth album of the year, and nobody else has done it, basically. So she is in a category of one for people who've managed to get to 4 times Album of the Year. That's pretty good. Anyway, so there we start with Taylor Swift there. Miley Cyrus, she won Record of the Year for Flowers. Best New Artist, Victoria Monet, who I don't know actually, I better check her out. Song of the Year, Billie Eilish, her song from Barbie, What Was I Made For? Best Pop Vocal Album, once again, Taylor Swift, Midnights. Best R&B Song, Scissor, and Snooze. So far, all women. Who else have we got here? Best Country Album, Lainey Wilson, she's a woman. We go. Best Pop Solo Performance, Miley Cyrus and Flowers. Best Progressive R&B Album, Scissor, and SOS. Coco Jones wins Best R&B Performance. Joni Mitchell, unbelievably, I think it's her first ever Grammy, won Joni Mitchell at Newport Live as in the Best Folk Album category. And on we go. Let me see. Yes, Best Pop Duo Group Performance. Scissor featuring Phoebe Bridgers, Ghost in the Machine. That's the winner. Kylie Minogue won Best Pop Dance Recording for Padam Padam. That's really a fun thing for Kylie to win there. Don't think anyone saw that one coming, actually. And on it goes. And Best R&B Album, Victoria Monet, again, with Jaguar 2. So that is... I've missed out things like, Best Dance Electronic Recording and Songwriter in the Year and Producer of the Year. But those are the only ones, virtually, that I can see, chaps there. Okay, Best Country, Chris Stapleton. Best Rap Album, Killer Mike. And actually, they both won a couple of Grammys, both those two chaps. But really, a very interesting... Best African Musical Performance. And this is a new category at the Grammys, Best African Music Performance. Tyler and Water wins that. So really very interesting indeed. Best Alternative Music Album, Boy Genius, the record. So that is a really quite important kind of landmark, I'd say. And okay, we can still moan about the fact that women don't populate, all aspects of the music industry. They're not necessarily represented so brilliantly in, production and even in some of the bands, some of the as instrumentalists in various bands, it's better than it used to be. It's certainly moving in the right direction, and there's certainly a very strong female profile. Okay, that's the Grammys. Let's turn our attention, shall we, to a recentish song of mine. So this is called Stronger. It was written at the end of 2022. I remember it was one of a flurry of songs that all came kind of together at the same time. This one, rather like I Breathe With You, came from a vocal sample. So the vocal sample was the trigger of this, and it was actually a vocal sample. It was a female vocal, but by the time I played around with it and put it into I think the tempo that I was already playing with at the time, it meant that it came down in pitch quite considerably and ended up sounding like a man instead of a woman, which is quite interesting in itself. So it's quite an odd vocal sound on this piece of vocal. But the other thing is that it was quite a long sample. It had a kind of a chorus, but it had another piece to it. So altogether, I thought this is really strong. So at first, I wanted to use the entire sample. Then I realised that was just too much of the sample. It was beginning to sound like I had just put a beat and a few bits around a sample. So obviously, I needed to write some verses to go with it. And then I decided that instead of letting the sample sing this little bridge, which actually is excellent, I do really like it, that I would sing it instead. So I would actually take the words it's singing, the melody it sings, but I would sing it, and then the sample just happens in the chorus. Should we have a listen just to these bits on their own? And here's the part that was originally part of the sample, but I decided to sing it instead. And it goes like this. Looking for a sign, looking for a love to last the test of time. I've been down on my knees, but now I'm fine. Feeling sad, help me realize that, whoa, I'm stronger without you. There we go. So here's the all-important sample of a vocal that got the thing going in the first place. And as you can see, it says on there, female Vox Stronger, because it's been, put down quite a few tones in pitch. It now sounds like a man. And in fact, it sounds very much, let's have a look. Let's go from here. It sounds like this. I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. Very simple. Thank you. What else can I tell you about this? Well, really, that was the exercise. I guess what I should say is that whereas I Breathe With You, remains one of my favouriteest songs, this one doesn't. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is quite interesting for me. I go back and listen to it and I think, yeah, I spent quite a lot of time getting that reasonably produced, arranged and shipshape. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I don't love it. And I don't really know why I don't love it. And there could be lots of reasons. It could be that the sample wasn't quite up to scratch and, I'm basing something around something that's not quite as brilliant as I thought it was initially. It could be that the sample's amazing, but I've just not given it the best context to sit in. I quite like the general message of the song, which is essentially, I'm stronger without you. But it's all okay. but I don't love it, and I think that's the reason why it probably got. I think it did get lined up for an album at some stage, and then sort of, other songs just came along and usurped it, and it slipped, down and down and down and out of the top 12 that were going to go on whatever album it might have been. So that's the story of Stronger, well, I'll just leave you with it. There's nothing wrong with this song at all. It's ever so good, but just I don't love it. Don't tell it, by the way. That would be too much. So I'll be back very, very soon with more nonsense from the world of music, and more of my own songs. Often the cast-offs are the ones that I get to play to you here, because otherwise I have no other way of being exposed to the reality of people's judgments. There we go. Here is Stronger, and I will talk to you very, very soon. You take care. Bye-bye. I don't know why I should ever love you. Oh no, there's no reason for me to. Oh, I don't suppose it will make you worry. Oh no, 'cause we both know that I do. I do. Looking for a sign, looking for a love to last the test of time. I've been down on my knees, but now I'm fine. Feeling sad, help me realize that, whoa, I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. I'm stronger without you. Time, such a cool customer. You can't go back or turn around, that's true. But when time has got your number, that means time is running out on you. Oh, looking for a sign, looking for a love to last the test of time. I've been down on my knees, but now I'm fine. Feeling sad, help me realize that, whoa, I'm stronger without you. 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 I'm stronger without you.